this distance learning thing work for us? That's one of the main concerns that parents have, and in my accounts on High Impact Club, on Instagram, on TikTok, I get it all the time. It is a fight to get them to go to that computer. It's a fight to get them to stay focused. It is a fight to get them to do the things, the activities that the teacher tells them to do. What do I do? My name is Marcela Collier. I am your Parenting with Understanding coach, and I'm going to give you today survival tips to make distance learning work for you and your kids. First things first, let's talk about our mindset going into this distance learning thing. Are our children testing our limits when they refuse to go to the computer or stay on task? No, they're not testing limits. They're learning what their new limits, their new dynamic is, because this is new for everybody, including them. For your children, it's been clear for a long time that school happens in school, but now they're retraining their mind into knowing that school happens at home as well. There are a few things that you can do to help them learn those new limits so they stay on task, so they're motivated to do the activities, so you don't have to fight them to start the school day on the first place. The first thing is to help them transition from the home activities to the school activities, being at home. How? Then keep their school routine as similar as it was before. So if before they got dressed, they brushed their teeth, they ate breakfast, they were all set and ready to go to school, include that now at home. I know they're at home, but for example, with my twins, before we start preschool session, they have to have their teeth brushed, they have to be dressed, and matter of fact, it has been a struggle for you. I have a golden tip that could help you. Don't fight them. Just tell them, okay, I'm going to be in the preschool or whatever place you have set up. Once you're ready, then you can come and join us, and remove distractions so they don't have the temptation to access their electronics or their toys, so they know it is school time. Children in general are very visual, and when they see things, when they're able to see it, the steps and the things that are coming, it helps them. To actually get a poster or a schedule that you can set up in their preschool room or their school room, I'm going to leave my recommendations on the description below. Another thing that you can do, instead of presenting school and learning as a chore, as something that you have to do, present it as a fun thing to do, as an activity. Okay, let's go learn the numbers, or let's go see what the teacher has for today. I'm sure she has really fun games. And when you present things as a game to little kids, they're more encouraged to start and comply than when it is presented as something they have to do. Another frequent question that I get is that how do I get them to stay on task? They just want to move around, they don't stay still. One thing that you can do to help them is to get a motion stool. A motion stool is a very particular stool for kids that they are seated, but they're actually able to move around and to move back and forth. And that rocking, it is soothing for them, and at the same time, it meets their need for moving and for exercising, because they are little ones, they have a lot of energy. Again, I'm going to leave my recommendation below so you can get your wobble stool or motion stool for your kids. Another one that I do a lot with my kids, with my twins, they're 4 years old, I schedule breaks. I know the preschool session or the kindergarten first grade session might be longer than what they're able to actually stay focused on. So schedule little breaks, maybe water breaks or potty breaks, or maybe a little run in the backyard. That's going to help them a lot, because it's going to release that energy that they need, and they are nice and cool down and are able to go back and stay on task again. I know if your children are not on task and you don't want to interrupt the teacher all the time with your presence, with your words. So one thing that you can do is that you can set up a nonverbal cue with your child. So every time that he's out of whack, off task, you can maybe tap your nose or maybe a little tap on the head, and he sees that and he recognizes that as get back on track, get focused, the teacher is talking to you. So like that, you can communicate with your child non-verbally, but without supervising them in a way that you're all the time on them. But you know, once in a while you see, and maybe they're too off task, the teacher is having kind of a hard time with them, so you can use those nonverbal cues, and like that you're not disrupting their school session. It is normal for little kids to get frustrated while they're learning, especially if the teacher is not there present to help them write the word right or trace that A right. So what you can do is to equip your children with coping strategies. Coping strategies are things that they can do to regulate their emotions. One thing that I use with my twins is to set up calm down jars, or actually cool stuff like maybe really cold water bottles. The coldest water bottle is the one that I use. It stays cold for up to 36 hours, and it helps my children on regulating their impulses because it cools them off and they are a little bit more calm. I'm going to leave it in the description as well if you want to get it. You can use my promo code Marcela to save 10%. One thing that works for my twins to finish their work is that we hang all their hard work at the end of the school session, the preschool session, hang it up on the wall, and like that they're going to feel proud of themselves and they're going to be encouraged to finish. And here you can see all the hard work that my twins did. And one last thing that I encourage you to have this distance learning thing be a success for your child is to have a close communication with school staff. This is my husband, he's a school counselor and he talks every day with parents. How can school staff and teachers and counselors help kids and help parents during this time?
One of the things that school staff can do, they can even, like for example, I go into different breakout rooms with kids who are having struggles with either technology, academics, or even social skills. So we can work in small groups, even virtually and online. So
that's awesome. Yeah. And it's really important that you as well educate yourself on how to talk to your little one in a way he understands. For that, don't worry, I got you covered. I actually made a full video about this, how to talk to little kids. It is this one right here. Click this one right here and subscribe to my channel right here. Hit the notification bell so you're able to be notified of my videos. Keep parenting with understanding, and I'll see you next time.